get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around.
My name is Capobianco. I'm head of DevRel at Selector. This is not Selector related. This is community driven. I saw, and I was privy to, because I'm part of an early adopters program through Google. Gemini CLI released an interactive shell, and these two guys separately both reached out saying, "This looks really neat. This looks like it's going to change some things. This looks like maybe a replacement to some of our existing CLI tools." And just from a 5-minute video that I shared. So I opened up and said, let's just have a jam session. They both already have Gemini CLI installed. I don't have to do anything special. I'm just going to show them how this works. I have a DevNet sandbox that they're both going to use. And we can ping pong who's sharing the screen and who's trying what. Maybe William can go first. But let's let these guys introduce themselves and see what drove them to, participating today.
Yeah, I'll go first, I guess. So yeah, William, I guess this is probably going to be posted on my channel. So hopefully whoever's watching knows a little bit about who I am. But I work for iTential as director of tech evangelism, and I love experimenting with stuff all the time. And John Capobianco here kind of paves the way. I think he scouts the pull requests sometimes too, because you see a video pop up as soon as it's merged. It's pretty fast. But I think one thing that was interesting about this whole thing, if I was to frame it up, is Google, launched these enhancements, and we reached out based on a video John recorded, and I'll link the stuff in the video notes, but let me just frame the problem real quick, because I think this is important, is it kind of relates to each of us, I think, in the space that we work in. So network engineering stands at this inflection point, and for as long as I've worked in this space, and if you go back for, I guess, decades, really, the command line interface has been kind of like the bedrock of network management, for a very long time. Command line. And it's super powerful. It's precise, but it's unforgiving, in that it requires a ton of domain expertise and really manual and sequential execution, I guess. And with the rise of AI, IT operations overall has, changed. A lot has been introduced as far as layers of automation and intelligence and analytics and so on, with this gigantic promise to ease the friction and make things easier for managing modern networks. However, these systems have largely operated as separate layers of abstraction, providing insights and doing cool things. But the human engineer must also translate these things into action within the traditional CLI environment. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm saying that right. So this means you still intimately have the human translation layer that needs to be inserted there kind of pretty much all the time. So this separation between analysis and execution is, presented some bottlenecks and so forth. But today we're going to go through what really looks like a better way. It's kind of mind-boggling in a sense, but yeah, on to you, Alex.
Yeah. To add on that, Will, are you saying that intent-based networking requires intent? Right? There's
maybe.
It's so funny, because I think what really stood out to me about John's demo is I've been learning a lot of SRE skills, and not just for network engineering, but seeing how this could be applied to anything within infrastructure is just blowing my mind. I've just been thinking about this nonstop since I saw this video yesterday. There's so much you can do. You could build an entire platform, and you just have to give it the credentials and access to servers, and then just type in what you're desiring along the way. And John has been putting out content like this for a long time, but for some reason, this one video really resonated and made it click for me, and hopefully for a lot of other people as well, that this is coming, and way sooner than people think. And it's so accessible and so easy to do. 5-minute video, and it's just going to change everything. It's crazy.
Well, I'm equally excited, and what really excites me more is that there's this contagion like the way a virus spreads, but this is spreading very rapidly. And because other people go, whoa, that looks like a whole new way, a better way, a modern way of doing things. So let me start sharing my screen and I'll quickly get through some of the Google documentation and sharing screen. Okay. So everyone's on this call has already done this, but we've installed the Gemini CLI. There's Homebrew for Mac or Linux. You can install it on WSL too. This is the it looks like a lot, but it's really quite simple to install and get going. Now, they've added a new level of interactivity through Gemini CLI in an interactive mode. So if you have things like Vim or Top, or if you're rebasing something, or in our case, as network engineers, we might have to SSH into something and provide credentials. In our case, we're going to be using a router. Let me show you what I've done so far. And I'm going to see if I can get these two guys on the call. And Alex, if you want to follow along. So what I've done is, if you say the number 1, you can force it to launch the shell. And then I say SSH, my username @ and the DevNet Sandbox instance that I have. And then I right click and paste in my credentials. Once I'm in there, I can do the show version command and actually get a really nice markdown table of show version. Now, if anyone's ever done regex or Ansible or PyTS or Nornir or NetMiko, what I just showed you is a lot of friction. It's a lot of bespoke, unique individual code. And I've just done it through a prompt. Give me a markdown table of the show version output. It's just remarkable. So if I do a number 1 and then SSH into that, it's going to launch this. So now if I hit Control F, so now I have this interactive shell. If I right click, I'm at the shell, right? So now if I do, let's say, show version, and tab works, I tab that out, we're going to get the show version. Now if I type exit, here I can say, can I get a detailed markdown report about the command output above? Something like that. So I'm not even telling it it's show version output. I'm just saying get the, right, check it out. Look at this report. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, this is what's insane. I mean, you're basically guiding it, and now it has the context. It's like live RAG. Like you don't even need to.
Yeah.
You don't need to put anything in here.
Exactly. I want to see one of you guys get it working. Let's try it on one of your side. If you want to, William, welcome back. Do you want to share your stream, William, and try it again?
I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to now. I don't know what's going on. My internet, I've been working fine all day. I haven't had a problem in like weeks. And as soon as we start doing this, my internet just starts choking. You want to give it a go, Alex?
Huh. Do you want to try, Alex?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
And then what's neat is it will have the memory of how it did that. So then from after doing it once, I don't need to say SSH blah, blah, blah. I just say, can you please run this command and I'll provide you the credentials. Okay, so.
Okay. Can you hear me? And you can see me?
Yeah, we can see. It looks good. So if you try 1 and then SSH, yeah, so try that.
So when I do this, it prompts me. It's like it's working. Right, I hit yes because I'm not in YOLO mode like John loves to do.
So right now, hit Control F.
Yep, I was just getting the.
So now you should be able to right click and paste in the password.
Okay, I did that.
And enter.
Come on. See, it keeps trying to get me to change
enter old password. Weird.
It's like it's working, but I can't. log into it for some reason.
Huh. Well, that's really weird, isn't it? So right-click and press enter again. What does it do? Ask you for a new password?
It might. Yeah.
So do it again. So just try it. Will it let you do that? No way. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I don't understand. Huh. Unless it's not because I'm logged in or anything, is it? I doubt it.
I don't. Yeah. This password, the hyphen's part of it, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So maybe go to the start of this, like move the arrow key all the way to the start, and just say, can you please launch an interactive shell? I will provide the password. It's weird that it's not taking the password. Because it does look like it's all working, but it's prompting you for a new password. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I will provide the password. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Same thing. Yep.
So William, you're on mute. Do you have maybe a thought here?
Well, I'm getting this. I finally got back in. I think my internet's stable, which makes me really happy. So I'm putting in the password and I'm just getting the password prompt again for some reason. But I'm not getting the old password.
If you guys want to go get your own credentials, you don't need a VPN or anything. If you go to the DevNet Sandbox and the always on network, the always on Cisco 9000, do you want me to put the link in the chat?
Sure. Yeah, I'm going in now.
Hey, look at the chat, John. Is that correct for the password?
That should be it.
That is bizarre.
That should be it. So let me put the link in for the actual repo that I'm using. It's an always on network 9K. You'll get an email in like 2 minutes with credentials. Here, let me put it in the chat for you guys. It might just be that, I don't know. Who knows? Let me put it in the chat. Whoops. And you can use your GitHub or your DevNet or your Gmail, I think, to reserve one. And like I said, you'll get an email with the credentials, and then you can just try your own credentials. So while those guys are doing that, let me show you what other things that I think are pretty neat here. So that was me going into the shell and running a command at the shell. What I can do also, now that it has that in memory, is say, can you reconnect and use the show interfaces command and make a table of the interfaces and the relevant / important counters. I will provide the password. Let me just get the password again because I know that I have something else in my copy paste buffer. Little hiccups. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get it working here. So, right, it's launched the shell, and check this out. Okay, let me just do that. After you log in, No, I was able to pass commands to it before. Let me try that again. Pass the show command into the shell. It should actually pass the show command in and do this autonomously. So if I control F and paste in my password, there we go. So check that out. So I've passed it the command I wanted to run and had it make a markdown table. You guys seeing this?
That is wicked.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So
believe it.
not only can we actually interact with it, we can run arbitrary commands and just feed in the password. Now, I know that all this could be automated and the password thing is not necessary. That's not the point. We're trying to explore the interactivity of the shell. So that I thought that was pretty neat.
I'm in. It looks like looks like with that sandbox, they just don't want more than maybe one person jumping in.
It might be IP filtered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to share and take over for a bit, William, and play with it?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Share. Window. Shebang.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you're in. So now you can run whatever, show commands or dir or whatever.
Should I go out of the interactive mode? I mean,
It's
I
up
could
to you.
do it from here.
So just do like a show version, yeah. And then when you type exit, you could say, so it has captured that context. So after you exit, you could follow up with natural language about that show version command.
I mean, this is the craziest part, is that you just run your normal command. You just haven't run the normal commands everybody's used to. But you don't have to parse anything. You don't have to clean any data. Like, you just, hey, I would like this output put into a table in Markdown. And it just does it perfectly.
Right? Do you know how much ginger templating I've done in my life? Like, this completely eradicates all that work. Or regular expression. Forget about it, right?
This is slick.
So if you hit Control Y, you'll toggle into YOLO mode and it won't prompt you anymore.
I love that.
And then
I need to get more familiar because the more that I have used Gemini, the more I like it. But just the subscription model for Claude is easier because you just pay like a subscription and you're not buying like tokens.
Right.
And then like if you run out, it just kind of like takes you down to the next, the cheaper model, and then takes you down to the cheaper model.
So if you Control F and right click, so Gemini's actually got routing behind the scenes now. Depending on the complexity of your prompt, it will route to a cheaper, more efficient model and only use the higher end models for more sophisticated prompts, which I think is pretty neat.
I got to throw my password back in, I think.
Yeah. Alex, how are you making it? Did you get a sandbox or?
I am just about to test it.
Okay, cool. So check it out. Look at this.
I'm keeping it like very vague and ambiguous to see what it shoots back. Right. Just out of just for fun. And then, I mean, also obvious. I mean, this should be obvious, but this is like running in your CLI. So if you want to generate your own reporting, if you want to access other tools and like render a PDF with like your brand guidelines, or if you want to save it in a markdown file, a text file, there's so many cool things you could do here.
Well, if you had a source of truth locally, right, in a CSV or a JSON output from some source of record file, You could say, like, compare the interfaces configs on this device to my local golden config, right?
Finally in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in, Alex? Cool.
Yes.
All right. You're the next guinea pig. I hope you're ready.
Yeah, if you want to share your screen and just stick around with it,
Share
that'd
it.
be cool.
I want to see what your brain comes up with. It better be good.
Okay, and like pretty frictionless, right? We had a bit of a problem with the shared environment, but I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't
I mean,
really
what you
have to do anything, right? It just works, right?
Oh,
Okay, so you're
I
in.
didn't realize I was still in the prompt. Okay. So now I'm still in the interactive prompt, but would I do the command here? I would do it in the
prompt window. So if you hit Control F to focus,
Yeah.
and
That
now
you
you
can
can
do.
run show,
like,
CDP neighbors or whatever.
yeah, actually that's a good.
It's a standalone box. I don't know that it's going to have any neighbors. Feature was a good one.
Well, here, how about I do
Or inventory or something, right?
What this makes me want to do is spin up Container Lab later on and make a really complicated. I have some complicated spine leaf topologies that I mess around with, and then connecting this to those suckers because they have some really complicated configs.
So now if you type exit, you can say, could I get a nice CSV formatted output of the inventory you found or whatever?
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. So yeah. And just see what it does. Like William said, even with vague commands, like it will basically understand your intent.
Oh, it's actually going to make a file.
Yeah, it's going to actually.
Well, that's neat. There you go. You got an inventory CSV file. So if you want to feed it a command, say like, could you please check my show interfaces and give me a nice markdown table, highlighting the important counters or whatever. And then, and just mention, I will provide you the password.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Keyboard.
This is pretty cool. So this is what I really would suggest is vibe ops. This is vibe operations where you're not writing code or Python or API calls or netconf, God forbid, or restconf. You're just saying, can you do this or that for me, right? Now, I haven't tried config management. That might be something we could try after this, Alex. Oh, see, it's doing the
password thing again.
It's doing the password thing again. It didn't connect to my instance, did it?
That's a good question. No, it went to mine.
Okay.
I think part of this is just how copy and paste works into the terminal too, because it seems to be just a little bit buggy for like pasting things in here. Great. I think it worked that time.
Well, we got to do Control F first.
Oh, shit.
And then,
yeah, that would help.
So it's kind of, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's a little goofy. I don't have an explanation for that, but that's kind of something to keep an eye on.
But as with everything, you always have to say, this is the worst it will ever be.
Right.
It's only going to get better from here.
Exactly. So let's see if you get a nice table or something. Yeah, there you go. Do you know what kind of effort that would take to do that by hand, artisanally?
Oh man. even
Sorry, William, take yourself off mute, William.
Look at me. I'm like a rookie over here. I can't even keep myself off mute. Jeez. I was saying I spun up Container Lab and that spine leaf, and I'm auditing that sucker now. It's pretty slick. Hold on.
You're actually talking to it in just a few minutes.
Yeah. It's all local, so it's going to be probably faster and easier, I suppose, for me. So yeah, basically what I did here is I just came up and
Look at this guy. Okay.
the other window. So spun up this spine leaf that I have. So the topology file looks something like it's just one to back up Arista configs. Essentially, that's what the playbook, the automation does. But before I can back up Arista configs, I basically instantiate these with each of these is just kind of like a config baseline. So if I look at spine 1, I mean, it's not a super complicated. Like I have some ACLs, I have some VXLAN stuff, just a little bit of overlay stuff configured. So yeah, I spun that up.
And you're talking to this with Gemini CLI now.
Oh yeah.
I just logged into my home server, and I'm just gonna ask like if it can show me which devices are mounted. Yeah, let me show you this just super quick before you.
Yeah, please do, please.
Okay, so yeah, I mean this is just a server, just a box that I have running like right next to my desk. I mean it just SSH'd into my server and then, pulled out all the devices that are mounted on it. And just like, see what I mean? This is not just networking. This is all of the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Can relate to it. This is just, I can't believe it.
If it talks over SSH, or really if you can connect to it from Gemini CLI,
right?
It's like a singular interface interaction.
And we haven't even got to what John's probably about to talk about with MCP and how you can connect to things that you don't even have to set up the SSH connection.
Okay, so I'm really excited about this next part, actually. So Gemini CLI introduced extensions. They officially announced it. And extensions are kind of like VS Code extensions, and they abstract away all the complexity. So I've built some extensions with MCPs. William saw this in action, but I thought I would actually get you guys to try it.
While that's loading, look at the top here. It did create that file for me, and then that's the output from it.
Crazy. Okay, so you're all good. If you hit Control O, I don't see any errors, and it's still loading, right?
Yeah.
Let's just give it a minute here. Can you do /vision? Okay, now do devices. First, let's just check and see what devices it picks up. And you can use the down arrow and select them. And you can hit Control O to get rid of the logs. It looks like it loaded okay.
Oh.
So this is going to scan and see what devices. Hopefully it picks up your webcam, your Mac camera, and maybe if you have an iPhone tethered to your Mac, it'll pick that up too. But let's just let this go with /devices.
It is. Something is bogging down my computer big time.
It could be, it's on the first installation, it's setting up a virtual environment and the MCPs and the / commands.
Yeah.
But, so it didn't work for William, and it's really slow for Alex.
Yeah, it's not even
kind of farther than I did. I have some other issues, I think.
Maybe Control C.
Oh, well.
And maybe
hold on, there was
cancel out of this for a second.
I mean, they'll let me exit.
You did that twice, yeah. So I wonder what happened. Let's try it again.
It's
probably
for, look at the top. It's looking for a directory up there. That I think that's what it did with mine too. That doesn't seem to exist.
Yeah, but that's okay. It should skip past that error. But that is a good call out that my Vision extension doesn't have an attachments folder. But let's just try it again.
It's going. It's just very, very slow.
I know on the first launch it does have to set up a virtual environment, but it really shouldn't. It shouldn't kill your whole system like that. And if this doesn't work, we can try this offline or something. But
Or hey, we can revert. I want to see it, so maybe you could share quick to show us.
well, I'm actually not on my Mac, and I can't get this to work with WSL. So Vision devices, but see how it's still initializing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. No, we're good. We're good. Let's just be patient. That's a pre-canned error or pre-canned message. So yeah, here we go. It's actually going to work. Okay, so hit Control Y if you could. And we're going to switch into YOLO mode. Okay, yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, so check it out. Okay, so it didn't detect any cameras.
Well,
Do you have a webcam?
pop-up to...
Oh, so allow it. So allow it and then do that again. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign.
Sheesh.
This is one you built, John?
Yeah, I made this. This is really popular.
Definitely finding
Okay,
stuff.
check it out. So it's even got your phone probably as device 1 and device 0 is your camera.
Yeah.
So now let's do this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Say, can you please use Vision mode using device index 0?
Nope.
In 1920 by 1080. And capture an image of me. Use banana to turn that into a hand-drawn pencil crayon sketch. And then use VO to animate that pencil sketch in a aha take on me like video. You remember the video from the 80s? Okay. Yeah. You're going to see this is going to be great. I really hope we pull this off.
Oh, come on.
I'm not trying to build anything up, but this works on my computer with my key, and I can send you a key if you get a key error for VO or anything in the chat window. But
Okay.
All right, so try that. Now, be ready to smile into the camera. We're going to check this out. So it's starting the Vision. Camera opened. It got the picture of you. So can you open another terminal, Alex?
Yeah.
And you can go find the image it took. If you kind of hover this over the other terminal, you can actually find the path. Okay, so you need a Gemini API key. Yeah, okay, let me send you the key, okay? Hang on. And we'll just up arrow. And hang on, let me just type the full thing in for you. So what is it? Gemini API key equals.
So what do you need the key for? For banana or for
VO and for banana, actually. So could you just stop sharing the screen, maybe?
Yeah.
And then you can export what I sent you in the chat. And then we'll just go right back in and press up arrow and try it again.
Yeah, literally type in export space.
Yeah.
Exactly what he put in there, and it'll use it as an environment variable.
And William, if you drop out and just go back to regular Linux, or regular Mac OS, it should work for you too.
Oh, I'm going to. I need to set Gemini CLI up on it, though. This kind of stuff makes me excited to work in the field that we work in.
Seriously.
Well, in half an hour, you guys not only got it working, but got it working in 2 separate personal environments. which I was really excited to see. Like, I thought we might stumble along through this, but you guys picked it up and ran with it, and sadly had bigger ideas than what I have seen, right? Because you actually have environments to use. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's
more complicated. What do you want to share?
Technology. Yeah.
Do you want to try it again?
Yeah, let's see.
All right. So it's going to turn on your camera. You can actually probably see the light turn on and then just give it a smiley face.
I thought I saw it blinking last time.
Yeah, you should see it blink. And right now, you get in the next 2 or 3 seconds. So it's going to start.
Yep, there you go.
Now your camera's right. Now here it is here. It's going to take your picture. Okay, so now you're all set. You're free to move around and everything. Oh, why not? Gemini API key is not set in the environment.
Must be in that session. So he probably has to do it in the same session that he's launching Gemini from.
I was going to say, because I'm using Tmux, so I really opened up a new
That'll be a different session.
Yeah.
Oh, boo. Okay. You want to try it again?
Well, you'd have to do is probably exit out or launch Gemini from the other after you do the export with the API key and then launch Gemini as a session and you should have it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can talk while I do that. Let me try to get this.
So where are you traveling?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of promise and a lot of hope. It's hard to convince network engineers that they have to learn a whole new skill set in Python or Ansible, as easy as either of those are after some experience and after we understand that it's not, some dragon that needs to be slayed. It's actually a skill set you can develop and learn. However, this can cut you right to the front of the line. I mean, imagine if I was 19, 21, learning networking, logging into my first network device, if it wasn't Putty, but if it was Gemini CLI, that is who I'm excited about, right?
Yeah. And again, like I think Alex pointed it out, like this is not just, it's any network, anything that you can connect to pretty much and you have access to. It could be a Linux server, it could be a Windows machine, whatever it is that you're connecting to, you can use this against.
Well, we'll have to do this again because I'm only showing you one extension. I have a screen sharing extension, a web browser, computer use extension. I've got a bunch of other extensions, but for now, let's just try to get this Nano Banana VO thing working for Alex, and then we can wrap it up.
I should do browser next time.
Yeah, we really should do browser or computer use automation. So I'm on the road next week, but the following week the three of us could get together again.
Let's have it.
Definitely down.
Okay, did you get the environment all sorted out? Do you want to try this one more time?
I think. Just discovered my phone, so that's good.
Isn't that neat? So you can actually point your phone at like your cat or your kids or something in a household object and turn it into a diagram or an AI inspired image and then animate that thing. I want to get William going so he could record his kids at the hockey rink with his iPhone. If you have, Wi-Fi in the rink, William, you could do this. Yeah.
And I don't know if I know you watched a lot of the Selector Network, the summit we just did.
Yeah, the summit went really well.
Yeah. So John did this live, like on camera, like in the room, which is pretty brave. I've not had a lot of success doing this kinds of things live. Something always breaks.
Yeah, I did that at our summit in front of the room at the end of my talk. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, you're not going to believe this, guys. Once we get over this key hurdle.
Okay, let's see.
And you even picked up a third device. So you've got 3 cameras that you can use. That's cool.
I don't know what the third one is. Well, it might be the internal camera, but the lid is closed. So
yeah, hit Control Y.
Oh yeah,
and then it won't prompt you for all this stuff. So there's the picture. And you can actually view that photo if you just highlight that text and open it in another window. Okay, so now it's actually going to Banana. Okay, this is cool. You're not going to believe it. So if you want to go to the path there, okay, there's your banana. So open that file up.
Which one? Right here?
Yeah, that one there is the banana photo.
Okay. Let's see.
Your home directory and .vision.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying not to share, sir. Everything on my computer. So hold on.
Okay, if you would have started sharing.
Yeah, let me.
So this is going to take about 70 to 90 seconds to do the animation. But if you offline want to just browse to the two photos from the logs, the photo it took, the banana photo, and then the VO movie file, those are the 3 artifacts you get from Vision. I have friends at Google and their children are using this and sending the videos to their friends. They like, this is something else. You're not going to believe it.
Yeah, when you were showing me in New York, John, I was like, what is he doing? And then you did it before everything started, and it worked perfectly when we were, of course, not in front of an audience. I was like, wow, that was crazy. Okay.
Okay, I think I found it. So it definitely took the picture. Okay, so I have my little file browser here. Look at that. This is crazy.
That is awesome.
Isn't that crazy? Now, if we just give it another, 90 or 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's still doing
it will animate that like the video. You're not going to, I'm telling you. And it'll have sound. It'll have sound too. We might not be able to hear the sound on the stream, but we'll just give that another couple seconds. Okay, so I've said plenty. I want to hear what, both of you guys, while we wrap up here and we'll watch the video at the very end when it's ready. What do you guys think about this stuff? Alex, you've said easy a few times, and I think this really is, right? It's not that hard.
I am easily the least knowledgeable of the 3 of us about actually writing code and doing all this stuff. And the fact that I was able to log into a DevNet sandbox, log into my home server, add this extension. I mean, it's what are people waiting for? It's so ridiculous. I can't believe this all came from a 5-minute video. And it really just shows that, man, everything is changing. The extensions and the MCP stuff is really going to unlock so much stuff.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
Even I was trying to look at forget what kind of device it was, but I was trying to look at a routing table for a VRF, I think is what it was. And I couldn't get the command right. I typed it in. I thought I knew what it was. And then I started tabbing everything out. And by a minute later, I'm just and I'm slamming my fist on the desk. And doing this is much cleaner, much easier. And then I can get it in the way that I want, or even find and filter specific routes that I want to see. And it's just, there's a lot of possibilities. And that's why yesterday when I watched this, it's just hard to think about. You see something new and kind of novel that shows you something really valuable, but then your mind starts racing and you've got to process it based on all 10, 15, 20 years of engineering experience that you have doing things the old way to really let things shake out. And I just can't wait to get into this more now that I have it connected to my home network and my home lab.
Well, imagine things like show logging, but if you pre-pen that with a prompt to say, I had a blip in the night, and we're going to be looking at logs. Here's specifically maybe something with the interfaces or something with BGP or something with OSPF. You go ahead and run show logging and let me know what you find, right? Vis-a-vis the problem I'm having, right? Or show run or dir or show licensing or show inventory or, right? It's just, this is going to be the way I hope we get to work in the future. You know how hard our career has been, how hard our job has been as network engineers with the tools that the industry's given us? We're very lucky we even have an internet, okay? Right? Hey, did that video render yet?
Are you dancing in it? Can I post it on TikTok?
Yes, I have the video. So,
Okay. So let's check this video.
Share it.
And then we'll wrap up our impromptu Thursday session.
All right. Let's see what happens. 8 seconds. I don't, like I said, I don't know if this is going to share the volume, but
That is hilarious, man. That's so funny.
It even has your mannerisms, sort of, right?
this is amazing.
Does it have music or something that we can't hear,
There
Alex?
is some music. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hey, you should send this to me, and I'll put it in at the beginning of the video when I publish on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be the thumbnail.
All right. So that's I'm really glad we had got to wrap that up with a working example, guys. Okay. Well, much love to the community, and thank you guys both for being interested and curious and willing and open to try these things. And I honestly, I had no idea how this was going to go, right?
Yeah, likewise. You never know if it's like when we say impromptu, it's like John was just like, hey, let's record this. And we just jumped on and started recording. Like there was no zilch for preparation.
I messaged Jan this morning, and then it was like, oh, hey, yeah, Will's going to jump on too, and let's just figure this out.
But this is great, though, because you run into problems and then you see, because a lot of the time people have the final polished, beautiful, they cut out all the good, the things that most folks would learn from. And this is the kind of experience where you see like everybody, even John, me, Alex, sometimes things don't work on the first time and you got to like get creative and you have to like, okay, why didn't that work? And you got to try.
Oh, we're always shaving yaks. There's always yak shaving involved, right?
For sure.
Okay, guys. Well, you guys have a great weekend. William, will I see you at ONUG? Alex, will you guys be at ONUG in New York?
I will not be this year.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I'll be either.
Well, I'll see you guys at AutoCon, though, right, in Austin?
Not me.
Okay. Well, we'll stay in touch. We'll do this again.
Yeah.
All right?
Do this again with the browser stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Session 2 is definitely coming.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Take care, guys.